Hello. Hope everyone's well, that you can hear me out there. Colton is supposed to be here. He's got his camera on and everything, but he is not at his desk. So I'll wait for him before I put him up on screen. I see we've got Michael out there. Howdy, howdy. I hope you're doing well. And it's nice to see you. We've got a lot to cover because this is our final lesson for Show's grammar. And basically, it's a lot of reading. We're going to read all of Isaiah chapter 6 and 3 verses from the book of Numbers that come from the priestly blessing. So we've got a lot to get to. I've also thrown in a couple of extra exercises that look at the uses of key from the chapter. So we are working on lesson 30, which is the last lesson in Seow. And we'll talk about new directions toward the end of the meeting. All right, so September 1st is on Monday. We've got first hour, second hour, and third hour. Notice that we're going to cut off this session on Thursday unless it's something that we need. I'm going to turn off my air conditioning. My arm is frozen. One second. It will probably get hot in here because it does. We are not going to use the second and a half hour unless it's something that we need, because basically it's just it's covering what we can't cover during another hour. So if we run into a situation where we need it, then we will reactivate it. So we'll only be meeting on Mondays. Monday first hour is our reading. So once we finish, this is incorrect. It's chapter 11 that we're doing on Monday. I had been saying that it's chapter 10. I went and put together the session, and it's actually chapter 11. So please ignore all of that previous stuff about chapter 10. Chapter 11 is the story of David finding Bathsheba bathing on the rooftop, and then, bringing her and having his way. And that's the chapter we're going to conclude the story of David with. And then we will cover after that. Hopefully we'll finish that within a week or two. Okay. So if we finish it in 1 week, which I don't think we'll finish it in one session, but if we do, then the following week, where it says here, reading David's story on September 8th, we'll go ahead and move on to Pirkei Avot, the first chapter of Pirkei Avot. I've been talking with people about it. I would like to start a weekly Torah portion session for our reading, so that for the next year, from Rosh Hashanah, which is September 22nd, until the next year on Rosh Hashanah, we will have completed the whole Torah. I would expect, hopefully, people to read the section on their own, and then we would choose one aliyah, one part of the reading that we will do together. I see Colton's back with us, so I'm going to put him up on stage.
Howdy. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Welcome. Nice to see you.
And where'd you get this?
Just talking about our future. So next week we're going to have a short live meeting. It could take up the whole hour. It's fine, to discuss new directions and what we're going to do, since we are finished with Show's grammar this session. This is our last session with Show, and that grammar is going to go on the shelf.
Are you ready?
All right.
So we can talk about what we want to do. I was thinking maybe to do a composition course where we would use Weingreen's composition book. It's not an easy text. What I would do is I would put it on Google, create documents, where I put the text. I'm going to translate it basically into modern English and stop with the these and thous and ye's and all of that stuff, because most people can't deal with that. Put it in modern version, basically, and we'll translate it together online. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like the move to me, dog. No, it sounds good.
Whoever is interested, it would be an intermediate level course, maybe advanced, because it does get kind of difficult. But it won't be a repeat of all the grammar like we've just done. So, but we'll have plenty of opportunities to talk through the grammar and vocabulary and all of that stuff. So,
Yeah.
I think that would be a great idea. So, I think next Monday I'll come with examples and show what we'll do
Mm-hmm.
and what I think we should do. And then, if there's any disagreement among the viewership, anybody would not want to do that, but maybe cover another grammar. Like we can take ideas, maybe do Coots and Josberger again. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like the idea of trying to push into something that's a little more advanced. So,
More difficult. Yeah, yeah.
and the thing is, and like you're saying, it's like whatever we don't get to that week, we just pick up next week.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And then we've got our modern Hebrew for Patreon users, those who are joining. It's right now it's basically Colton and Donovan. And if anybody else would want to, you'd be able to as well, as long as you can kind of keep up.
Mhm.
All right. Great. So these are 7 exercises that are in the handbook. Again, there's a handbook that you can purchase to go with this grammar. And that is this bugger here, Handbook to a Grammar for Biblical Hebrew from Seow. It's missing 3 chapters. That really irritates me. Chapters 13 through 16. But it is fun to have an answer key and to have extra exercises. These are from the extra exercises. So let's go through these. Specifically, we want to look at the uses of the word key. In it. Okay, so what do you get here? Number 1, ki timtsa ish lo tevarchenu. Ki timtsa ish lo tevarchenu. If, this is if you find a person, if you find a man, you shall not bless him. You shall not give him a blessing. Meaning if you run across somebody while he was sending him to do an errand, the king was. And he said, if you run across somebody, don't bless him. Don't say shalom. Don't get distracted and start a conversation with somebody. Just move on. So the word ki here is used for if. Can also be when you find someone, if you find someone. What do you think of number 2, Colton?
Ki asita zot aurorata micho habahima. So if you do this,
No. This
when
is Genesis 3:14. Ki asita zot arur ata mikol
okay, sorry, yeah, so hard without context.
Who's
If you
being,
do this, if you have done this,
who's being spoken to?
hold on, I'm trying. Give me a second.
You are cursed more than all beasts.
Oh, okay, yeah. No context is hard because you have done this.
Yes.
You are cursed more than all the beasts, all the other beasts. Yeah.
So it's talking to the serpent because you have done this. So the key here is because. Number 3, va'amarta lehem ki tavo el eretz moshvotechem, and you shall say unto them that you will come. I don't know the key. Tavo el eretz moshvotechem. You shall come into the land of your dwellings. What is this key? You, singular, shall say to them. I think this is just introducing speech.
Yeah. You shall say to them that, like, it's just introducing the
Like
content.
in Greek, that's just introducing speech. You shall say to them, you will enter into the land of your dwelling places. I think it's just introducing speech.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Hoshieni Elohai ki hikita et kol oivai.
That's rough. Psalm 3.
Yeah. Save me, my God, for you have when when you have struck all my enemies, for you strike all my enemies. Okay, can I see the Greek?
They just
the
take it as
Hebrew again?
for.
For
Yeah.
you have struck all my enemies. Okay, that makes sense.
All right. אל תאמן בם כי ידברו אליך טובות. Do not believe in them because they will speak to you good things. I think the key here is consequent, like although. Do not believe in them although they speak to you good things.
Yeah, probably
Even if they speak good things to you.
because they speak good things to you.
Yeah.
That's what you shouldn't.
Don't believe anyone who speaks good things to you.
Yeah, I think I probably read that as because so I'm reading through Jeremiah. I'm in chapter 25 or something now. I think when I read that is I probably read that as because. I'm not saying it's the best. Yeah, I'm not saying it's the best. I'm just saying I probably read it that way. Lo asiti meuma ki samuoti babur. I have not done anything that they so that they would place me in the pit.
Yeah, so this is a resultant clause. I didn't do anything that caused them to put me in the pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then number 7, Vayar Elohim kitov, and God saw that it was good. This is just with perception, verbs of perception, seeing and thinking. I think that it's good. I saw that it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the content
right.
of the thought, similar to how we had that content of speech earlier.
Exactly. This is the heart of the chapter, the homework. There isn't much homework. Hey, Mama, what's up? I don't know who else is in the live chat because we've got a few other people, but all right.
Michael
so
is.
This is the heart.
Michael's
Michael, of course. Of course.
Yeah, did you happen to
this is
watch
the heart
Monday
of
night's stream?
I watched most of it.
Okay.
I appreciate it. Indeed. What texts do we have before us?
Say that again.
Let's see. The text that we're going to be reading is Isaiah chapter 6. And it begins with Bishnat Mot HaMelech Uziyahu. So it begins right there.
Yeah.
And it begins right here. Bishnat Mot HaMelech Uziyahu. Okay, so this is the text we're going to be reading. The end of the chapter in this one is this line right here. And then this one is, where is it? Can you see the end of the line? Oh, it's all the way over here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I don't know why they are so disparate. But this text here is the most important one. That is the Aleppo Codex. Okay. Of course, that's always the most important. And the one on the left is the Leningrad Codex. These are the two main witnesses to the Hebrew text. The two texts that serve as the basis for all the other texts that we use. We could talk about the sources of the Masoretic text, specifically the Rabbinic Bible, the importance of Kinnikot and comparing manuscripts. But these two manuscripts are the most important and most perfect of Hebrew Bible manuscripts. So these are the ones we would refer back to if we wanted to read the text in the original. The Aleppo Codex is from around the year 930. And the Leningrad, they say, is 1008. So these are old texts, and they're very, very important to us. It's wonderful that we have them.
There's one other that is from around that time called Codex Sassoon, and it is closer to the Aleppo in age. But I think it's missing more than both of them. But it still is like a multi-book codex from that time.
And codex means
it's a book.
It's a book. It means it's got pages. It's got leaves that were sewn together
in a spine.
in book form. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Great.
But yeah.
So we're going to look at Isaiah chapter 6, and this is verse 1. We didn't read this beforehand together, so it is what it is. Yes, indeed, do hit like, and if you haven't subscribed, then please do. All right. Bishnat mot hamelech Uziyahu, va'er'e et Adonai yoshev al kisei ram v'nisa, v'shulav meleim et ha'echal. It's funny that I'm reading this chapter because last week I watched a live with Kip Davis, Dr. Kip Davis, and Vashanti, and they talked about this verse in the word shulav. He referred to it as shulim. I know shulaim because shulaim is used like in the street. It's the edges. Shulim are the edges, the extremities of something. So in this verse it says Bishnat Mot HaMelech, in the year of the death of the king, in the year of the dying of the king. Mot can be the infinitive construct from lamut, mot, or it can be the noun mavet. So it can be the death of or the dying of. It's the same form, and it doesn't matter in Hebrew. In the year of the dying of the king Uziyahu, that means in the year when he died. Va'er'e, er'e is from ra'ah, and it's the future, but it's vav consecutive, so it's I saw. This isn't normally the form because it's normally apocryphated hay, right? The hay drops off, and would say va'ere. Va'ere, I saw, but va'er'e, I saw. Et Adonai, Adonai has kamatz. This means God. This is not anyone but God. I saw the Lord, I saw God. Okay. We're going to see in this chapter that the word Adonai is used as a name of God a few times. Normally we would expect it to be the Yud He Vav He, right? Adonai, right here. Yud He Vav He. But Adonai can appear actually written out as it is. Ra'iti et Adonai Yoshev. I saw him sitting al kisei, upon a throne or a seat, ram venisa, high and lifted up. He was high and lifted up, and his train filled the temple, right? The song. Yoshev al kisei ram venisa. I don't know if it's Adonai that is ram venisa, God is high and lifted up, or if it's the seat that is high and lifted up. Either way,
sitting on the seat.
The seat has to be high and lifted up, and he is high and lifted up.
Yeah.
Right? Veshulav meleim et Eichal. Eichal is the temple, the palace. Anytime we get these visions of God, and it's hard to imagine like where these things are taking place. It's Eichal is the temple in heaven, the palace in heaven where God sits, or is he talking about the temple in Jerusalem? Like he had a vision of God, and the train of his robe came down and filled the temple on the ground in Jerusalem from heaven, or it's difficult to imagine. But Kip Davis was talking about the word shulaim or shulim, and saying that it might have sexual connotations because it's referring to the extremities. It might be a euphemism for something else. But I don't know about that. I don't read it that way. To me, the shulei beged are the hems of a garment, like the extremities. So I would imagine when in the New Testament there's a story of someone who is bleeding,
the
bleeding
woman
disorder.
The woman with the issue of blood.
And that she went and she touched the hem of Jesus' garment. to be healed. And I think that in the Hebrew translation, it uses the same word.
I see.
I'd like to look that up. I'll look that up while you're reading the next verse.
Okay.
But let's go ahead and go into the next verse, and I'll let you know what I find.
Seraphim עומדים ממעלו, כנפיים, שש כנפיים לאחד, בשתיים יכסה פניו, יכסה פניו, ובשתיים יכסה רגליו, ובשתיים יעופף.
Well, so that one's certainly a euphemism, right?
Do what?
That one is certainly euphemistic.
יעופף. I don't know. יעופף.
That is, יחסי רגליו is certainly euphemistic. It probably doesn't mean his feet.
Well, I mean, you know. Depends on how you feel about it. So in the seraphim were standing above him, or stationed above him, maybe. 6 wings to each one. Do what?
Yep.
Yeah, 6 wings each one. 2 he covered. Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought it was still talking about the train. It's not. With 2 he covered his face. With 2 he covered his feet. Just be literal. And with 2 he was oafing. He was flying.
Yeah. So what it says, בשתיים יכסה פניו ובשתיים יכסה רגליו. Most interpreters say that it doesn't mean רגליו. It doesn't mean feet. It means his private areas. His feet, his private areas. Like with 2 wings, he was covering his face. With 2, he was covering his privates. And with 2, he was flying. Why would we think that it means privates and not feet?
It seems just like if you're going to cover something, you know, I'm picking one area of my body over my feet, you know, before I'm covering up, you know.
Do you know of any other euphemisms in the Hebrew Bible?
Well, so we talked about it, talking about Ruth laying at Boaz's feet. It's another place where it's circumspect. When Moses' wife circumcises him, his feet used there as well. Like she threw it, like something at his feet. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
Okay.
But whenever it was Tzipora.
Yeah. But those are the only ones I can think of.
Another good euphemism is in the book of Job. Even in the very beginning, I started reading the book of Job this week because somebody was talking about it. Even in the very beginning, he tells, before he's having this feast for his sons, he said something like, he told his sons that they should not bless God. And what he meant is curse. You don't want to use the word curse and God together. You don't want to say somebody curses God. You say somebody blesses God, and it's a euphemism, meaning that he cursed God. So in religious texts, in Jewish religious texts, it is common, instead of saying private areas, you say raglayim, feet. For example, we have a technical term in modern Hebrew for urine. Like if you need to go to the doctor and you have to have your urine checked, to check your kidney function, to check whatever's, you have to do a test. And so urine is called sheten. And this comes across in a verb in the Hebrew Bible, lehashtin, in the Hifil, ishtin, which appears in the story of David, doesn't it? Or is it in Judges? I don't remember. Where they were like basically minimizing the army. And one of the things it said was mashtinim bakir, those who piss on the wall. That's
Oh,
how the
yeah.
King James says it. Mashtinim bakir. So mashtin is from sheten. But in religious texts, instead of using the word sheten, which existed, they would call it the water of the feet.
So
The
dumb.
water of the feet, mei
Yeah.
raglaim. So you don't find, because in religious texts they talk a lot about purity, and they talk about what brings impurity, tum'ah, impurity. And so they won't say that sheten, if it gets on your skin and blah, 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 that it brings impurity. They say mei raglaim, that is the water of the feet.
Mhm.
So it is common in Jewish religious texts, and I think this dates back to the biblical period, to use feet instead of private areas.
Mhm.
The water of your feet is not the water of your feet, it's the water of your private areas. It's the water that comes out of your private areas. So Yechaser Aglav, it probably means he's covering his private areas.
Yeah. Fun fact of the day. Halot presupposes that is actually from the root sheen, and that it's a reflexive, like a hithbael or something.
Okay, be clearer. My autism is kicking in. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Hishteen,
Okay.
halot. They presuppose that it's actually like a reflexive or like to pass water, like, and it's they don't call it a hithbael because it looks like it only appears in the participle, but they think that the root is shin yod nun.
Really? But we
Yeah,
have the
because I
word
just
Shet.
yeah.
Hmm.
I'm just saying
Do you
is
think Shetin is derived from the idea of mashtin? Maybe it's derived.
oh,
It's kind of like we derive the hifil, hitchil,
yeah.
from the root for the noun tchila.
Yeah. I'm just looking at what it says. They seem to think that it is derived from sheen. Yeah, because it does in halot. There's no noun. It's just the verb.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3, וקרא זה לזה ואמר קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות מלוא כל הארץ כבודו. This also is problematic in interpretation. There are several things in this verse that are odd. Look at verse 1. Sorry to go back. It says, Veshulav meleim et ha'eichal. Ha'eichal is a place, right? And meleim is supposed to be a stative. Male is full. It should say Veshulav memaleim. It should be piel. Memaleim. They make it full. They fill it. Memaleim with piel. But this is kal that has become transitive. It says his shulaim, his shulim, whatever it's called, his train. Meleim et ha'eichal, fill the temple, using the kal as a transitive. This is what's going on in verse 3 too, where it's also problematic with the word male or melo.
All right, yeah. Sorry, one more fun fact about the sheen word, shteen, mashteen. The noun, there is a noun. Sorry, I looked it up in DCH. The noun is shine, and so they think
Shine.
Yeah.
Does that appear anywhere?
I don't know. They just say that urine is shine in DCH.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's in 2 Kings 18, Isaiah 36.
Oh,
It looks like just those two places, but it does look like Shaitan is a derivative of that apparently. Yeah.
Shetin.
Sorry, the root.
The root
Shaitan.
Shetin.
The root
Okay.
or verb Shaitan, mashtin.
All right. Interesting. Okay, let's get off of piss for a while.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair.
All right, so we have a v'kakal here. V'kara ze el ze. This one says to this one. Ze el ze. Ze el ze. This one to this one. So they cry out to each other. Okay, it cries out this one to this one. Ve'amar. Why is it kara ve'kara ve'amar? This is the v'katal. It is expressing the habitual past as if it were yikra and yomar. And it would call out this one to this one. And it would say, this is Jonathan would call it what? The irreal perfect. Right? Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzvaot. Holy, holy, holy is Adonai Tzvaot, the Lord of hosts. Adonai of hosts, of armies, Tzvaot. Melo chol haaretz kvodo. Okay, this is what is confusing. What could be confusing? Melo chol haaretz. Melo is an infinitive construct. The filling of all the earth, or the fullness of all the earth, is his glory. Or it could be that his glory fills all the earth. Not really sure. The fullness of all the earth is his glory. That's what it literally says. What does it mean physically? What does it mean? When you look at the fullness of the earth, then you see God's glory. What do you think?
It reminds me of Genesis, if I'm like him actually filling the. I don't know if that's the root that's used there, but like, the fourth, fifth, and sixth day, he fills what he made in the first, second, and third day with like stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it makes me think of, like off the rip.
Yeah. Well, the point is, it's some of these things are not easy to translate, right? Number 4.
Well, translating them is different than understanding them.
Yeah.
Vayanu amot ha-sipim mikol ha-koreh v'habayit yimalei ashan. Vayanu. What is that?
Lanua, to move, to shake.
Okay. Amot. Sorry,
if we use a pilpel verb, lena'anea, it means to shake like this. You shake something.
Okay.
But lanua by itself just means to move.
Well, I don't know any of these first three words. Amot sipim.
Okay, so this is these are words that are not common. Amot sipim is amot. Amma is normally a measuring. Amma is a cubit.
A cubit, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but amot sipim is they render it like the bases of the thresholds of the door. Like a sipim is supposed to be the entrances. Okay, the entrance to the temple.
Okay.
It's shaking.
Okay, so the entrances to the temple shook.
And hakore is from the previous verse. This that are calling out.
Okay, so from the sound of the one calling out, and the house was filled with the cloud.
Yeah. So now we've got being filled in the nifal, yimale. Okay, nifal. So they're using malay in this chapter in a transitive sense, and then the passive is the nifal.
Mm-hmm. I've never noticed this before, but it's interesting. Yeah, as many times as I read Isaiah 6, of like the whole earth being filled with the glory, and then the movement of the glory being filled in the temple, like the cloud filling the temple inside in the house.
Yeah.
Like moving from the out and coming in.
Yeah.
Never noticed it before.
Indeed. All right, we've got Va'omar. Va'omar, and I said. This is Vayiktol. Very easy. Va'omar. I said, Oy li, fi nidmeti. Okay, oy li. Woe to me. Woe is me. Fi nidmeti. Nidmeti here is from, I think it's from damam, like to be silenced.
Yeah, that's good.
Woe to me, for I have been silenced. Ki ish tmei sfatayim anochi. Ki ish tmei sfatayim anochi. For a man of impurity of lips am I. Okay? I am a man impure of lips. Uvetoch am tmei sfatayim anochi yoshev. So, and among a people impure of lips, I dwell. I dwell among a people of impure lips. Ki et hamelech Adonai tzvaot ra'oi nai. So the nidmeti, the I am silenced, probably means I'm undone, I'm destroyed. Silenced, this is from domem, like something that is inanimate, it has no life. So probably I'm undone because my eyes have seen Adonai Tzvaot. Notice we're using Adonai as the name of God rather than Adonai spelled out, which we will see again.
Vaya'uf Eli echad min haserafim
Srafim. Srafim.
sarafim uviado ritzpa bemelchachayim lekach me'al hamizbeach.
That's funny because ritzpah for me, ritzpah means floor, like the floor. But here it means a coal, a live coal.
And he
Hebrew it means
flew to
floor.
me.
You should learn that word as floor, ritzpah.
Okay, and he flew to me, one from the seraphim.
So one of the seraphim flew to
Yeah.
me.
And in his hand was a floor. I'm just kidding. In his hand was a coal.
So this is a circumstantial, right? Uviado ritzpah. So we could say having a coal in his hand.
Sure, yeah. In Melkachayim.
Melkachayim are the like you would use them
tongs.
to
Okay,
take
yeah.
ice.
I was trying to figure out what the duel was referring to. Okay, that was my
We
hint.
use this word in modern Hebrew also, melkachayim.
Okay, and he took it from the what is that altar?
From upon the altar. Notice that the word asher is missing. Uviado ritzpah asher lakach b'melkachayim me'al hamizbeach. Asher is missing, and instead of Asher, the b'melkachayim instrumental has been fronted. It's been moved forward.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, just checking. Donovan's not showed up, has he? He talked like he was going to be here. I'm going to talk to him earlier today.
No C.
Okay. Just thought I'd check while I was thinking about it.
All right. The first word is ya'uf. La'uf, to fly. So because it's u in the middle of the root, you know that it's vaya'of, like you said. Good. Vayaga. Vayaga. This is, it feels like it is hifil. Yagia. Yaga. He made it touch. Vayaga al pi. So he made it touch upon my mouth. Pe is mouth, pi my mouth. Vayaga al pi. Vayomer, and he said, Hine naga ze al sfatecha. Normally with naga, the word naga in the kal will not take al, it will take be. Nagaze bisfatecha. Bisfatecha. That's the normal expected form. So it's odd that it says al. It is touched upon your lips. Normally it needs to touch on in your lips. That's how lagat is be. It governs the preposition bet. So we won't make an issue of it, but just note it. Behold, this has touched upon your lips. Vesar avonecha. Vesar avonecha. Sar is, this is vekatal, and it would be turned away. It would turn away. It would be removed. It's not supposed to be like that, right? It's supposed to be, maybe if we take it as a present participle, it's just Sar avonecha means your iniquity is turned aside. Your iniquity is like removed. But we would expect that vayasar avonecha in the vikatal or the vaiktol.
And he did it, and he said to him, sorry, I'm just, yeah. He said to him,
behold, this has touched your lips, and your iniquity has been removed. And okay, so because this is yiktol, then this makes sense why this is vikatal.
Yeah.
So almost as a purpose. This has touched your lips that your iniquity might.
That's how I was reading it. I don't know
and
that
your sin might be atoned.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I still would expect the yiktol to come before the vekatol, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, it is what it is. There's a lot of things in this chapter that are not easy. We're not at an easy level of Hebrew here.
How many verses are in this chapter, if you don't mind me asking?
800, and we will get to all of them.
Don't do me like that.
Let's see. There are 13.
Okay, no, we're moving. Okay.
Yeah.
This is me, right?
Yeah.
Vayishma et kol Adonai omer.
Isn't that nice? Again, switch to Adonai.
Et mi eshlach umi yelech lanu. Vaomar hinani shalacheni. And I heard the sound of my Lord saying.
Because it's him speaking, then it's probably voice, right?
Yeah. Whom shall I send, and who will go for us? And I said, looky here. And I said, look, behold me, send me.
Here am I, send me.
Yeah.
It's fun that he says, et mi eshlach, that's singular, umielech lanu, in the plural.
You know, this
also is what we see in Genesis, right? And make man in our image.
Yeah, and this idea of like, mi eshlach versus I'm reading through Judges still with a group, and you see this phrase twice in Judges, like, who will we send to go up to fight for us, in Judges 1 and in Judges 10 as well, which is interesting because they're like, who are we going to send to go up to fight for us? And this one's like, just like, who shall I send? I don't know. It made me think of that. I don't see that phrase everywhere, but.
All right. Vayishma. Tell us about that.
Vayishma is a vayiktol, and it is a comets under the vav because it is a guttural in the first spot, in the first consonant, and so it cannot take the doubled yod, and so it gets the vowel under the vav gets lengthened to a kamatz.
What does the meteg by the kamatz say?
and it says, "This boy's long." This boy
I know. It says I know, right?
says long boy.
That is, if you have a full vowel in a distant syllable that wants to reduce, the first one, or like the last one, excuse me, the first one, if we're going this direction, from the end of the word to that, first one is marked with meteg for the macerate to scream at us. I know that distant vowels are supposed to reduce, but this one is not reduced.
But I'm breaking the rules because rules are meant to be broken.
Yeah. It also could be taken as marking secondary word stress. The primary word stress is on the word ma, on the syllable ma. So the secondary stress is va ishma, va ishma. That's another thing. It marks secondary word stress, just so you know. Have you heard of that before, secondary stress?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Who's Canvas of Elohim? Is that Donovan?
'Tis indeed Donovan, yes.
Says he's got a headache and now he's bleeding. Not his night, but he is here listening.
Okay. Well, I'm glad.
I
I'm
hope
sorry
you're not
that you
bleeding.
have a headache and bleeding. I hope that they are not related to each other. And
Right. I hope you're bleeding from your finger.
yeah, glad you're listening.
Yeah. So Va'ishma, good. Adonai is marked as the actual word Adonai, which might anger some people. And Eshlach and then Lanu, like first the singular and then the plural. That's fun. And I said, that's Va'omar, it's Vav consecutive, just like Va'ishma. Behold me, Hine, Ani, Hineni, Shlacheni, Shlach. Shlach is the imperative. Shlacheni, send me. Here I am, send me. I'm volunteering. Right, good, okay. Verse 9.
The original Hunger Games.
Yeah, it's send me instead of my sister, right? Vayomer lech ve'amarta la'am hazeh shim'u shamua ve'al tavinu ure'u ra'o ve'al teida'u. Okay, this is fun. This is a nice one. He said, go and say to this people. Okay, go and say to this people. Means go say to them, right? Go say to this people. Listen, listening, or hear, hearing. This is the infinitive absolute. Normally, the infinitive absolute we find before the verb because it says shamua shamati, but the imperative is raised to first position. All of the volitionals, the jussive, the cohortative, the imperative, are raised to first position, which in this case causes the infinitive absolute to fall behind. Shim'u shamoa. In other words, really listen. V'al tavinu.
Listen
and
up.
don't understand.
Yeah. Listen up, you bunch of heathen.
Well, listen well, but don't understand. He's telling them, don't understand. He's like, I've always heard the translation, listen, but you won't understand, or something like this. And he's giving the command for them to listen, but he's also giving them the negative command, don't understand. Ura, ura, o. Okay, this is the infinitive absolute. And seeing you shall see. Really, really look. But do not recognize, don't know, don't like learn, figure it out. So he's saying to this people, listen, but don't understand, see, but don't know. Right? Teda'u is tedu'u in the pause. Teda'u. Okay? How are we doing with that one?
Yeah.
All right. Verse 10. Again, this is of 13.
Yeah. השמן לב העם הזה, ואוזניו הכבד, ועיניו השע. פן יראה בעיניו ובאוזניו, Yishma. Sorry, I read this really poorly. Uvavo yavin vashav verafalo.
Verafalo.
Verafalo. See? So what?
All right, these are all imperatives. Okay, so
Yeah.
you should read them as
Be
imperatives. And the
yeah,
pen
yeah,
is
yeah. Be fat of heart, this people.
make their heart fat.
Ah, okay, I see. Make their heart fat. Make the
Make the
heart
heart
of
of
this
this people fat.
fat.
What it
Mhm.
means fat is it means unfeeling because nothing
Yeah.
gets through. It doesn't.
Insulated fat.
Their
Make it
heart is fat.
lazy.
It means that they don't have feeling.
Yeah. Ve'oznav hakved ve'inav hasha. And make their ears heavy and their
Mhm.
eyes hasha.
I think it's dim, isn't it?
Dim. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Lest they lest lest
It
lest
says
he
that it
see
means pasted together, like paste their eyes together. I don't know that word.
lest say it again. I'm sorry.
The hasha, it says it means pasted together, paste their eyes together, paste them closed.
Lest lest he hear with his ears, lest he see with his eyes. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Lest he see with his eyes and hear with his ears and understand in his heart and turn and he turn and that there would be healing to him.
Yeah. So exactly what we said in the previous verse. He says, "Listen, but don't understand." And now he says to Isaiah, "Make their heart fat," because all of this is the people, right? So it's ha'am. So even though it's all singular, we need to understand it as plural. Make their heart fat. Make their ears heavy so that they can't hear. Make their eyes closed. And pen, you said it means lest. That's true, but lest isn't the word that most people understand. So that not. So that they not see with their eyes, so that they won't see with their eyes, or hear with their ears, or their heart understand, and they turn and be healed. They make repentance, lashuv, to return or to make repentance. So he doesn't want them to repent. That's a hard message for us to understand today, isn't it? He's saying he doesn't want them to understand or hear because if they did, then they would repent.
Yeah, it's one
And
of
he
those
doesn't want
things,
them to
though.
repent.
Yeah, I need to read the fuller. I don't know, like where it sits more fully in the whole thing. But yeah, it's not easy at all.
Because we hear the verse, God is not pleased with the death of the wicked, but wishes that all men should repent, right?
Right.
And here we hear him say, I don't want them to repent, which is, it's a difficult message.
Yeah.
So verse 11, Va Omar, and I said, Ad Matai Adonai. Again, Adonai is the actual spelled out form. So this is, he's saying that it won't be forever. So he asks him, how long, O Lord? How long? How long should they be blind? And how long should they not understand the message? Vayomer ad asher in sha'u arim me'ain yoshev uvatim me'en adam v'ha'adama tisha'e shmama. All right, that's kind of difficult, isn't it? And he said, what is the sha'u arim? Sha'u. These are words that you have to check in the dictionary because it's the nature of the thing. Sha'u, sha'a, corrupted or destroyed. Im sha'u arim me'en yoshev. Okay. So until the cities are destroyed and having no inhabitants, the En Yoshev, no one living in them. Uvatim me'en adam, and houses having no one, no human. And the land, Tisha'e, it looks like a nifal from the same word,
Mm-hmm.
Shmama. The land will be left desolate. Probably Tisha'e should be Tisha'era. Tisha'er, it should be Resh here instead of A. Tisha'er. Ve'adama Tisha'er Shmama. The land will be left desolate. Yeah?
I mean, I get that. Yeah.
So he's telling them, he's saying that the people will not repent until the land is destroyed. Right? Because that's the prophecy is for the people to go into exile and then have to be brought back later on.
Yeah. Okay. V'rihak. Yeah. V'rihak Adonai et ha'adam ve'raba ha'azuva bekerev ha'aretz. And the Lord made the man far.
But it's future, right?
Richa?
So it's still part of the because it's very hak, it's
Okay.
still part of the admatai.
Gotcha. Okay. And the Lord will distance the man, and
Ha'adam is all people, right? It's not just one man. It's
the people.
mankind
Yeah.
from the land.
Yeah. And many, I guess, will be abandoned. Oh, and the abandoned one will be many in the midst of the land.
Yeah, probably Azuvah is the land itself. Bekerev haaretz, so in the midst of the land. Azuvah, what is left, what is not neglected, deserted.
Mhm.
What is deserted will be great in the midst of the land.
Okay, gotcha.
Maybe Azuvah is a noun,
Mm-hmm.
like
It looks like
emptiness.
It looks like a passive participle, feminine singular.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the deserted thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The old ba is in the land, and still in it Assyria, a tent. Veshava, and it will return. Okay, the old ba Assyria, Veshava. Remember that Isaiah, a big theme in Isaiah is the return of the remnant. That the remnant is the one that would be saved. V'hayita levaer ha'ela וכעלון אשר בשלכת מצבת בם, זרע קודש מצבתה. Zera Kodesh, this is the whole idea, the holy seed referring to the remnant. Okay, so it says, Ve'od ba'Assyria, and yet in it a tent, Veshava v'ayita levaer. Okay, so Veshava here is not it will return, but it will again be for burning. Shava v'ayita levaer, it will return and be for burning. And it will again be for burning. Even if there's a tent, it will also be for burning. Ta'ela, Ela is a tree, and Alon is a tree. Ela, this is a terebinth tree, and Alon is an oak tree. So both the terebinth and the oak, which is in Shalechet. Shalechet, this song. Matsevet bam. Bishalechet. Probably when it's being cut down. Bishalechet is when it's being cut down. Matsevet bam. A stump is in them. So even when you cut, like it says, like a terebinth and like an oak tree, that in it being cut down, a stump is in it. The holy seed is its stump. The holy seed is its stump, matzevta. That the holy seed is the stump of the land. That everything is going to be destroyed. They're all going to be cut down, even down to a tenth of the people. Even if it's a tenth, even if there's a tenth remaining, it will still be burnt. That it will be burnt down to the point where there's only a stump, like when you cut down a tree.
Right, but there will be a stump left.
Yeah, and that stump is the holy seed.
Okay.
He doesn't want the people to repent because he wants to destroy it all, except for the Zerah Kodesh.
This is the remnant. This is the remnant theology stuff. What becomes remnant
he
theology?
would call She'ar Yashuv, a remnant will return. Okay, that's a hard chapter to read, both in its difficulty and in its message. The message is not easy. But this one is much easier, and it's short, and the message is nice.
Okay.
Right?
Yep. Me first, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
Yishmerecha.
Yishmerecha. Yeah. May the Lord bless you and keep you. There we go.
Yeah. May the Lord bless you and may He keep you. Yevarechecha, Yevarech otcha. May He bless you. Yevarech otcha. Yevarechecha. We pronounce that even though we have a short vowel here, and it would look like this is a closed syllable, Yevarecha, because we have two kafs together, we need to pronounce that shva. Another reason this is a medial shva is because this is a short vowel indicating a closed syllable, and we have a beged kefet letter here that does not have dagesh, meaning it's that the shva is closing this syllable and it's opening the next syllable. So it's a medial shva merachek. Okay, Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha. This first shva is silent, second is vocal. Yishmerecha. Great. Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha. May the Lord bless you and may He keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. Okay, Ya'er is from lehair. He'ir, He causes to shine. He'ir, this is the past tense, the present tense, me'ir, the future, Ya'ir. Okay, Ya'ir, when you go into Joseph, may he do it, the E reduces to A. Ya'ir, may he shine, may he cause to shine. What does he cause to shine? He causes his face to shine. May the Lord cause his face to shine to you, Elecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. Okay, this is an interesting, it's a geminate root, chanan. Okay, the geminate, when you go into the future, becomes yachon. We studied this recently. Yachon. Yachon. Okay, so when we want to say otcha on it, okay, we've got otcha. This is it. The nun here is really doubled because the root is het nun. And so now, because of the doubling, the syllable is closed. The cholam is not possible. So the short vowel of the U class is U. Okay, yachun, because now the stress is going to come over here. this syllable is now distant and it reduces. Yehun. Okay? Yehuncha. Yehuncha would be normal, but this is in pause. It's at the end of the verse with sof pasuk. So now we want to, with sof pasuk, restore a vowel here, yechune, and then we have the energic nun that would go here, okay, and that is assimilated into the kaf. So now this is a hard kaf, yechuneka, yechuneka. He will be gracious toward you. He will treat you with favor. Chen is favor or grace. Yechuneka. And then when you do the vav with these two shvas together, they become e. Vichuneka. Vichuneka, that's the form that we have. Okay, that's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of morphology, but the verse is simple. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha vichuneka. Okay, the geminate roots are difficult in the future. So, was that a good explanation?
Yes.
You followed that?
Yep.
All right.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasim lacha shalom.
What's the stress there?
V'yasim lacha shalom. That's what it says.
Because this is jessive. It's not
Yeah.
consecutive.
Yeah.
Yasim.
V'yasim. Yeah. May the Lord lift his face to you, and may he give to you peace, or set to you peace. Yeah.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha. So we had before Ya'er Adonai panav elecha. Now we have Yisa Adonai panav elecha. Laset panim, the king, if the king lifts his face to you, it means that he looks. It's a gracious thing that he would look to you. He would recognize you.
Yeah, I think of the fact of like to favor somebody is to receive face, like to take face. You know, it both in Hebrew and in at least the New Testament in Greek as well. Prosopolemptes in Greek, right? And so, but yeah.
What does that say?
Suf kurs mazal tov. Sof course, yeah. So
end of course.
Well done.
Mazal tov.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
By the way, that was number 6, 24 through 26. And that is the end of our coverage of Seow's grammar. Completely. Yes. So we were talking before, and I think that we are going to go into composition. So should we probably explain to people how to access the online copy of the book from, what's it called?
Internet Archive.
Archive, yes. Archive.org. I have a print copy of this book, by the way. It's very uncommon. Go to search and wine green composition. Okay, this is for whoever's going to study along with us. There's only one on Internet Archive. You need to sign in and borrow it. So you need to just use your Google account and sign on. I'm signed in already here with my name, and click on borrow. Once you've borrowed it, it will automatically do it for an hour, but you can renew it. It's not a problem. You're not allowed to download this file. If you want a copy to download, let me know and I can give it to you. I have a PDF. The book is out of print from 1957. I can share it with you. It's fine. But I have this that I will go and let's look at it this way. What is in the book, essentially, for those who have finished Wine Green, we finished Wine Green as a group, and we finished Seow as a group, so we finished a lot. We are definitely, as a group, ready to go into this composition textbook. It is, the difficulty of it is that it's a wall of text. It's so much text. This is one exercise. There was a famine in the land of Canaan, for the people were sinful unto the Lord, blah, 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 blah. And then after it gives you all the text, it gives you notes to help you with composition, because this is written for people who are not skilled or experienced with composing Hebrew. So he gives you 1 page of the text that you need to translate, and then he's giving you like 4 pages of explanations, of helps. So it's a good idea for you to have the book at least as a PDF or borrowed here on the archive, so that you can go over the notes. Because in our session, we are not going to go over the notes. We're just going to translate it. So what I'm going to do is type out the text. This is difficult for me because I'm still suffering with nerve problems in my left arm and numbness in these 2 fingers. So typing is a little bit difficult. But I'm going to type it out and change all of the thous and ye's into simply like your and you with parentheses for singular and plural. I'm going to type it all out and change it into how we would deal with it in modern times, because behold, thy children shall be slaves in this land. Thy children doesn't make a lot of sense to people today. So I'm going to break those conventions and put it into modern use.
Basically, you and y'all.
Yeah, you and y'all. The benefit of composition is it's getting you to produce something in Hebrew. I would recommend that you do something by hand, write out by hand your translation, and then meet with us and ask questions in the live chat, because we are going to be going through it. So there was a famine in the land of Canaan. We're going to say, Vayhi ra'av be'eretz Kanaan. We're going to type it out in a Word document, not Word, Google document, so that we can be on the same page together. But we are going to type Hebrew. So whoever wants to join us will be able to do that on screen. If you're able to type in Hebrew, you're welcome. And we will talk through the text. We will go through it as slowly as we need to take care of questions from the audience. And if we get translated only 10 lines and we stop, the next week we'll pick up and keep going where we left off. We don't need to worry about finishing anything or a time limit or anything like that. We are free to do it as we feel fit. So that's what I think. What do you think?
Sounds good. Ki haya chata el Adonai. I think that was the next line.
Chata, sinful. Chote?
Chote, sure.
They were sinful. See, this is we're going to have a comment about that. Let's see. There's certainly going to be a comment. It's number 2. Let's make it bigger. When the preposition to, unto occurs in English, it denotes a dative or indirect object. He gave unto me, he told to me, he was sinful unto the Lord. The inseparable preposition lamed is used.
So, instead of el,
okay.
Ladonai.
But for the people were sinful unto the Lord.
Yeah.
To be sinful might be just the verb lachto, to sin.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, but we would talk through that. Come up.
Yeah, I took the cheater route and just did chaya chata, like use the adjective they were to be with the adjective. Yeah.
Well, this is weird. I feel like I've lost muscle mass from not using my arm. I can feel the bone like on both sides. It's I'm frustrated with this nerve. I want it to stop. It's mostly.
Do you have any comments about Monday night, by the way? Anything that was just horrifically bad that we did?
I thought it was great that you took the leadership role and really pushed, and I thought it was excellent.
Okay, just wanted to make sure everything was to your standards.
And you could see the text on the screen. It was clear. It was good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's meet up on Monday. I'm going to talk to my mom right now. We're going to read some Harry Potter.
Sounds good. Eventually tonight I'm gonna go through. I think I'm in chapter Shior 8 in Shior Shmoneh. Shmona? Shior masculine?
Chad, shul, shtayim, because you're counting.
Okay, Shior Shmoneh. Shmo, yeah. Tonight. So that's my intention.
Okay. Enjoy. All right.
Thank
We'll see you later.